Why, hello, you amazing, beautiful people. So I went a bit crazy in that opening. Welcome back to another monster reaction video. How are all of you doing? So, Nina was attempted to be killed, but then Nina survived. I saw some. The reason I'm saying this is because I saw some discourse in my comment section where people were saying whether or not they thought Nina was the one who pulled the trigger, or whether the police officer was the one who pulled the trigger. For me, it's Nina, right? Didn't Nina like it felt like Nina. She literally turned the gun. Maybe it wasn't, but it felt like Nina. But like people were pointing out, and I pointed out last time, it felt weird that they were just like not highlighting what a big deal it would have been for her to kill somebody for the first time ever. So maybe they did, maybe they didn't. I don't know. I don't know. At the moment in time, without reading the comments and like having people spoil it for me, which I haven't had done, it feels like Nina did that kill. If it was the police officer, they absolutely were not alluding to it being him in any way. But I guess we'll just continue our amazing journey through Monster, which is honestly one of the most intense and brilliant pieces of anime I've ever seen. Despite the reactions not doing as crazy well as some of the other ones here on YouTube, I really think this anime deserves a lot more love and attention. Big time. Anyway, please press that like button. Please press that subscribe button to support these videos. The Unblurred reactions are, of course, on Patreon. Links to everything is in that description. And this is my first time of reaction to Monster Episode 22.
ほらほらどいてどいて捜査の邪魔をしないでもらいたいね警察はこの事件をどう見てるのかだけでも教えてくださいよ今回の事件も例の連続殺人の一つと踏んでいるんですか
殺害されたヨップ夫妻も子供がいないそうですね
これはどう考えてもドイツ全州で起こっている連続中年夫婦殺人事件の条件にぴったりだノーコメント聞きましたよ連邦捜査局から担当捜査官も来るそうじゃないですか
Oh,
連続殺人事件と
I
関連
wonder
が
who that could be. I wonder who that could be.
こりゃその連邦捜査局の捜査官に直接聞いた方が早そうだな任せといてください絶対他市を出し抜いてみせますってでっかい見出しのスペースお願いしますよ
Here it is. Here it is. Monster doing what Monster does best, introducing us to a new character and then giving us 20 minutes of that character. Well, by the end of this episode, we are so unbelievably emotionally invested in that character that we would fight and die for them. Monster does it better than any anime I've seen. Old reporter guy with the glasses. How much do you want to bet by the end of this episode we're in love with this guy?
じゃあよろしく
Is that Lunge?
すみませんハンブルクタークのキッパーと言います連邦捜査局の捜査官ってあなたですよね一言お願いしますよ今回の事件
He immediately
例の
logged his
中年
name,
夫婦
by the
殺
way.
人との関連性は
ハンブルクタークのキッパー君君にだけ特別に教えてあげようまさにその通り今回の事件は連続中年夫婦殺人の一つだ
やっぱりじゃあ容疑者は例の日本人医師
今報告書を見た一連の殺しと全く同じ手口だ
特ダネいただき
Ah, same motive, modus operandi.
どうも
ちょっと待ちたまえ
Interesting.
はい
ハンブルクタークというのはここの有力紙だね当然君の記事はドイツ全州の有力紙にも流れるというわけだ
もちろんですよご協力ありがとうございます
That's curious. That's really curious. Why did he do that? Why did he do that? Did he wanted the information getting out? But why? Why did Lunge want the information getting out? What's he trying to do? What's he trying to stoke here? And he knows Tenma'S still the prime suspect, and obviously he's a freaking genius, so what's his plan? What is he hoping for? You know what is interesting, actually? Look, what happened with Lunge and his family is something you actually see happen in, like, a lot of the storytelling sides of a detective who is so engrossed in their work. And you know what? That's because it happens in real life. There's a lot of Netflix documentaries around serial killers, and there's a couple where they talk about like how relationships started like fizzling out when the detectives were so heavily invested in catching these killers, and how like it would damage their like marriages at home and that sort of stuff because they just weren't ever around. So the reason you see it in a lot of media is because actually it comes from a lot of truth, which is kind of sad with what happened to Lunge and his family, but he obviously doesn't seem to care. I don't know. I don't know if that make I am the culprit. That's weird. Okay. Oh, he's putting himself in the mindset of the culprit.
ああ、ここはヨップ夫妻に警戒されないのが一番だ。
Yeah, I don't know if it's more sad or less sad that he doesn't care that his wife and daughter have just gone.
愛想のいい夫婦だ。すんなりと招き入れられ、居間へ通される。彼らは何の警戒もしない。主人の椅子。私はもちろん客用の椅子に座る。数分後に主人はあそこの床で絶命する。だが私はまだ行動を開始してはいない。
I'm liking this. I'm liking this.
まだこの居間にはいない。
Probably gone to get a drink or
キッチ
something.
ンでお茶を入れているところだ。お茶は出されぬまま妻はキッチンで背後から刺されている。ということはそろそろ私は行動を開始しなければならない。ナイフを取り出し慌てて立ち上がろうとする主人を一突き。おっと潜んじた。主人は左手に傷を負いながら逃げる。次の一撃は主人の右肩だ。またもヘマだ。まったく私は素人もいいところだ。主人は妻の名を叫んでいる。だがキッチンの妻には聞こえていない。妻は最近耳が遠くなっている。そう、私はそれを知っているんだ。騒げ、泣き叫べ。妻はお前をやった後で始末できる。追い詰めた。主人の左手の後、このサイドボードの前で私は主人を追い詰めた。とどめだ。いや、私はここでもとどめを刺していない。主人の絶命した床まで5メートル。なぜだ。なぜ私はここでとどめを刺さない。なぜ。
この男がヨップ夫妻。
I see. So he saw whoever was committing these murders saw a reflection of themselves committing the murders in the mirror, and in that moment, like froze, something along those lines. But then, like got grips of themselves again, then followed the person and killed them on the floor.
を殺し
Something
たん
like
で
that,
すか。
maybe.
いえ、別にそういうわけではないんです。ちょっとご近所の皆さんにお願いしているだけです。この男が現れたらごく自然に接してください。そして速やかに私に連絡をする。ただそれだけでいいんです。
はあ。
あなたに危険はない。私が保証しますよ。それにしてもこんな静かな住宅地で嫌な事件が起きたものですね。
本当にヨップご夫妻いい方でしたのに、奥様毎朝声をかけるといつも明るく挨拶して。
声をかけると。あの奥さん、1年ほど前から耳が遠くなっていたんですがね。
まさか。
彼女の主治医のカルテに書いてあります。あなたの挨拶、ほとんど聞き取れていないはずです。
まあ、あの奥様のことだから私の気配を察して挨拶されてたのね。
ご近所の方々は奥さんの耳のことご存じない。
多分。
If no one knew she was hard of hearing, then the killer wouldn't have known she was hard of hearing. Which sounds bizarre, because if that's the case, then something's off. Then something's not right.
いやー、立派な会社でらっしゃる。その若さでここまで躍進されるとは並大抵のことではありませんよ、ジーベルさん。
いや、たまたま契約を結んだメーカーの車が好調だっただけですよ。
この度はおじさまおばさまのご不幸、心からお悔やみ申し上げます。
It's not linked.
親戚といえばもう
It's not
おじ
linked.
おばしかいませんでしたからね。
お子さんのいなかった。
It's not linked. It's not linked. This has nothing to do with Johan. Nothing.
あのご夫婦、おいであるあなたをさぞ可愛がってらしたんでしょうね。
実のこのように。で、犯人は捕まるんでしょうね。
I reckon it's you, you son of a bitch.
ほぼ断定しています。
やはり例の日本人の元医者。
これ。
It's you. It's clear this guy. All right. Think about it this way, okay? No one in the neighborhood knew The squirrel's back, everybody, just as an update. He's really close today. He's literally really close. Hello, Mr. Squirrel. I wonder if one day I could get some food and feed him. No. Bless him. Seems like really friendly. Always comes really close. Anyway. He's now running across the garage. I reckon it's him. This guy is using Tenma as a scapegoat. It's clearly him. And the reason, my predictions for that are, if the neighborhood wasn't hard of hearing, then the person who committed this crime either didn't know that the lady was hard of hearing, which seems unrealistic, because they surely wouldn't have done that if they knew it. And then she still died in the kitchen. Or it was someone who didn't want to do it and was close to them. Someone close enough to know they were hard of hearing. The nephew.
ではお詳しい。
そりゃそうです。以前にこれとよく似た事件がありましたからね。
遺産はどのくらいになりますかね。
え？
いや、ヨップ氏はあれだけの資産家でらしたので。
それが何か事件に関係あるんですか？
遺産の相続人はやはりあなた一人ってことになってるんでしょうね。
なんだって言うんですか。こんな時にする話じゃないでしょう。
表向き華々しい業績を上げている会社でも裏を返せばその経営は火の車なんてことはよくあるものです。
なんなんだねあなたは。まるで私が遺産目当てにやったとでも言いたげな口ぶりだな。
大丈夫ですよ。あなたには完璧なアリバイがある。秘書と部下を連れて商談を食事に出かけて証人もいる。
何が言いたいんだ。
あなたは犯人じゃありませんよ。そうでしょう。
ロンゲ警部。
Could you have hired someone?
ああ、君か。
どうなってるんですか。
何がだね。
とぼけないでくださいよ。私この数日間あの甥っ子について調べたんです。彼の会社は一見有料だが裏では株や投資に失敗して内情は相当逼迫している。それにあなたは甥の会社周辺を徹底的に洗っている。どうなんです本当のところは。あなた本当にこの事件連続中年夫婦。
Right, so is this guy involved more so than we think, or is he literally just a reporter they've added to give this story a bit more substance, you know, by adding another character that Lunge interacts with here? What is going on? There's no way this is linked to Johan. This is a random killing, right? An amateur did it. It had to be someone close to the family to understand about the hard of hearing thing. There's no real reason for it to be Johan, right? That we know of at the moment? I don't know.
夫殺人の一つと見ているんですか。うちの独占スクープで各紙みんな同じ論調になってるんですよ。もし一連の殺人事件と無関係なら大誤報ということになる。
君の言う通りだよ。模倣犯の仕業だよ。一連の事件に見せかけたね。
やっぱりすぐ記事の内容を変更しなくっちゃ。
いや、今のままでいい。今のまま記事は連続中年夫婦殺人として書くんだ。
冗談じゃない。なんでそんな嘘の記事を。
いいから書くんだ。
私はこう見えてもジャーナリストの端くれでね、圧力かけても無駄ですよ。
キッパー君と言ったね。なんとも魅力的な女性じゃないか。
What?
温かい家庭、素敵な奥さんと娘さんがいるというのに、あんな魅力的な女性では浮気の虫がうずくのは無理からぬことかな。今まで通り、いや今以上に中年夫婦殺しの特集を組むのもいい。そうすれば必ず奴はやってくる。期待しているよ。
Okay, so it's obviously part of his plan to catch this copycat.
はい。
ちょっと伺いたいことがあるんですが。
It wasn't to catch the copycat. It's to catch Tenma. He's trying to draw out Tenma. If the newspapers, news articles are all saying that this person is just like a killer, it's like just like the ones in Germany, if we all know it isn't and it's just a copycat, Tenma doesn't know that. If the newspapers are saying everything on the outside, that's all he's going to read from it. And he bit the fucking bait just like a swimming fish in the sea. And here he is, our boy Tenma, walking right into the trap.
そうですか。
Just like usual.
そんな素敵なご夫婦でいらしたんですか。
ええ。
お二人に里子がいたということはありませんでしたか。
いいえ。
ほんの短期間でもあまり見かけない子供と暮らしていたようなことは。
ありません。あのご夫婦はおいごさんをとても可愛がっていらしたし。あ、お茶もう一杯いかが？
あ、いえ、も
う。そうおっしゃらずに。
So she can make a nice little phone call.
間違いありません。あの写真の男です。今うちにいます。
そうですか。ご協力ありがとうございます。
The thing is, obviously Lunge doesn't expect, or does he? You know, Lunge can't like think it's Tenma at this point, right? The fact that Tenma arrives after the murder's been committed, investigating the murders, there's no way he still thinks it's him.
警部、面会の方が。
誰だね。
例の殺されたヨップ夫妻の甥っ子です。
あんた、私が犯人だと思ってるだろう。そうなんだろう。
This is very
私が
weird.
財産を狙って二人を殺した。本当はそう思っているんだろう。
This is weird behavior,
確かに
bro.
私には今借金がいくらかある。彼らの残した財産は私をこのピンチから救ってくれるだろう。だがね、私はそんな人間じゃない。
そんなことでいらしたんですか。
Yeah.
そんなこと。人を犯人扱いしておいて、そんなこととはなんだね。
私は今から行かなきゃならないところがありまして。
待ちたまえ。この間の無礼な言い方、撤回してもらいたいね。
警察がつけていたあなたへの。
He didn't say anything rude. He just, what do you mean? He literally, and he even ended his sentence by saying, "You're not the culprit. You have an alibi."
以降、取りやめになりましたよ。ここの警察はあなたを白と踏んだ。それでいいじゃないですか。
それじゃああなたはこの事件の犯人は誰だと思っているんだ。
事件の犯人。そんなものどうでもいいんです。あの男を捕らえることができればね。
You're that obsessed with Tenma that you're blinding yourself to obvious factors in all of this, man.
そこに血痕があるということは子孫じた。
それじゃああなたは今回の事件は例の日本人医師の犯行じゃないと思っているのか。
そうですね。いわば一連の中年夫婦殺しの模倣犯というやつですか。
どうしてそんなことが言えるんだ。
一連の事件にはないものが今度の事件にはあるんです。
A mistake.
犯人はここで被害者を追い詰めた。しかしここではなくあんな離れたところでとどめを刺している。
God, look at Tenma, man.
なぜだ。
Detective Tenma.
なぜ一瞬躊躇した。違う。
It's not Johan.
感情があるんですよ。
感情。
私が追っている男が犯した事件の現場は物取りの犯行に見せかけてはいるが全く感情が感じられないんですよ。ところが今度の現場ときたら何とも感情があふれている。鏡に自分と被害者の顔が映った程度でうろたえている。ま、安心してください。ここの警察は能なしですから。
どうか。
Now, I may be misreading this. You know, it's not uncommon. But if I'm reading this correctly, is Lunge basically saying, I know you committed this crime, I know you did it, I just don't really give a fuck. I'm not after you, I'm after Tenma. Is that what Lunge is saying? If that's what he's saying, surely he has a duty as a freaking police officer or an investigator or whatever to like, help. That guy's a murderer. Lunge's, I don't know if I like Lunge, man. I don't know, man. He's a bit of a dick.
考えてもヨハンの犯行を真似た模倣犯の仕業だ。いつまでこんなことが続くんだ。いつまで。
久しぶりですね。やっと会えましたね、ドクター天馬。ずっと探していたんです。
This is interesting.
ずーっとね、あなたとはゆっくり話がしたかった。もう逃げても無駄です。ゆっくり話し合いましょう。いつまでこんなことを繰り返すつもりですか、ドクター天馬。
Friggin' Lunge following him around like a damn horror movie villain.
もうおしまいに。
お前さえいなければ。どけ。私だ。私がヨップ夫妻を殺した。自首する。許してくれ。
お前などに興味はない。私の邪魔をするな。
Holy shit, man! What is this episode? And I said it a few episodes ago that Monster doesn't feel like it's about any one person. You know, this anime is so interesting. Johan is supposed to be this monster. He's supposed to be this big bad villain who's got this monster inside of him. You know, is there a good version, a bad version of Johan, or just two different bad versions, one worse than the other? Isn't that supposed to be the monster? But this anime isn't so simple as to that to be the idea. We haven't even seen Johan. We saw Johan once. Fucking what? Well, twice, maybe. We barely see the dude. We're 22 episodes into this anime, and the main villain is somewhere else. You know, he's happily living in Munich, apparently. What I'm trying to say is, Monster isn't about Johan. Monster is about the monster in everybody. The monster in freaking Lunge, who is so tunnel vision that he doesn't care about actually helping people, saving people, you know, protecting people or solving crimes. He just wants Tenma. He doesn't give a fuck about anything else. You know, the monster inside of people, the people we meet that Johan met and interacted with, the people in the organization, the monsters in the world. It's not Monster. This anime shouldn't be called Monster. This anime is monsters. It's the monsters in the world.
お前などに興味はない。私の邪魔をするな。
くそ。
It looks like a character from The Simpsons.
なんだこの傷は。このままじゃ出血多量で死んでしまう。誰がルンゲ警部を病院の前で降ろして逃げるしかない。
Lunge, man, you idiot. Look at this giant, multiple warehouses. How conveniently placed to the side of the road. And how much you want to bet? It's abandoned. How lucky for them.
くそ。気がついたか。手錠の鍵はどこにあるんだ。銃を探しても無駄だ。あなたの銃は預かっている。そんなことより早く手錠の鍵を。このままじゃ手の施しようがない。あなたの傷口を見た。傷は幸い腹腔内までは達していない。ただしその大量の出血、血を止めなきゃあなたは死ぬぞ。
You're such an
自
idiot.
白しろ、ドクター天馬。
You're actually an idiot. For someone who's so smart, you're an idiot.
アイスラー記念病院での院長ら3人の殺害、過去3年間の連続中年夫婦殺し、全て自分の犯行だと自白するんだ。
あなた本当に死ぬんだぞ。
全てはヨハンの仕業か。自分は真犯人のヨハンを探しているか。ヨハンなどこの世にいやしない。 ヨハンはお前自身だ。ドクター天馬、自白しろ。
こんな倉庫跡じゃろくなものはなかったが、応急処置に必要なものは探し出した。あと
I do love the idea of the reason we haven't seen Johan in so long is because Tenma is Johan. You know, like Johan talking about having this monster inside of him, Tenma is Johan. But it's fucking impossible for that to be the case. You know, the relationship with Nina literally knowing him and having that brother, unless Nina's not real as well. You know, we have some full fucking, like, there's a famous movie, but a lot of stuff like this happens, but I don't want to spoil it in case no one's seen it. But yeah, like, all these people aren't real, they're all figments of imagination, that sort of shit. No, it can't be the case. So at this point, we know Johan is real. But I do love the idea of the Johan Tenma, like, they're the same person, but there's a million things that are just against that. And if it did happen, it just wouldn't make any sense.
この手だ。この手さえ自由になれば、あなたを助けることができる。
ドクター天馬の時は優秀な医者。
Oh my god, Lunge, you are actually an idiot.
善人面か。その手で何人を殺した。
How is he this stupid for a genius?
あなたは間違ってる。
いつヨハンに変わるんだ。
Bro has the blinkers
い
on.
つその善人面が殺人鬼に表変するんだ。
あなたは間違ってる。
私に間違いなどない。
Yes,
血圧の低
you
下
are.
で意識が朦朧としているんだ。
お前の犯行現場には、
もう喋らない方がいい。
お前の犯行現場には感情がない。
喋るな。
毎日人の生死を扱っていると感情がなくなるもんだな、ドクター天馬。それだよ、その冷静さがいつも犯行現場にはあるんだ。実に冷静だ。
あなたは間違ってる。私はいつも手術のたび、ミスはないだろうか、うまくやり遂げられるだろうか、突発的なトラブルは起きないだろうか、本当はビクビクしていた。私の手に人の生死がかかっているんだ。私の手に。冷静でいられるわけがないだろう。
動くな。
あなたを助ける。
撃つぞ。
I believe him.
その血を止める。鍵はどこだ。あなたのズボンのポケットか。
I think he's gonna shoot him. He can't if he's unconscious. I love Tenma, man. He's such a fantastic character. How long was he unconscious for? You think he would have looked for the handcuff key there before? Did you just spend all that time looking in the jacket, or was he only unconscious for like 20
元気
seconds?
そうじゃないか。仕事をしている時より顔色がいいですよ。
どうもご心配をおかけしました。
Yeah, he does look at his eyes.
どうやら応急処置が完璧だったらしい。医者が言ってたよ。あの的確な処置がなかったら今頃命はなかったろうって。
天馬は命の恩人というわけですね。
Yeah, I guess.
ま、天馬には逃げられたが、ジーベルはヨップ夫妻殺しを自供した。お手柄だよ、ルンゲ。
どうも。
Nice work, bro. Domo.
どう思うね。は、ルンゲは天馬に命を救われた。こうなると天馬逮捕に支障をきたすかもしれん。
Why?
ルンゲは天馬の剣から外すべき。
Ah. They're worried about some sort of emotional bridge being built between Tenma and Lunge, which makes sense. I think in most circumstances, you would naturally remove the police officer from the case. But Lunge is a little bit of a special case.
どうもルンゲ警部がいろいろご迷惑をおかけして。
Ha! All the
迷惑
trouble.
なんてとんでもない。とても感じのいい方ですわ。
He does?
そんなに急いでリハビリされなくてもって言ってるんですが、もうボールを握られたり廊下を歩かれたり、なんだかとても楽しいんだそうです。
楽しい。
Fun?
よくおっしゃってますよ。こんな楽しいことはないって。なんて言いましたっけ、あの犯
He
人。
is a creepy
そう
dude.
そう
man.、
天馬。天馬みたいな犯人を追うのは最高に楽しいって。
At this point, I am losing my at this point, Lunge is pissing me off, man. All right, this guy is supposed to be an incredible and brilliant detective, and he's talking about emotion at the crime scene. Bro is showing more emotion than fucking anybody. Like anybody. Literally, he is so like he's so fixated with the idea of it being Tenma that he cannot possibly comprehend it not being him in any other sense. Even though there is evidence, you know, to it not being Tenma, as little as it may be, Tenma's character, his actions, and every interaction Tenma ever has, as well as people around him, what people say about Tenma. But because he's so convinced that Tenma has a split personality, that's all that matters to him. That's it. You know, he is now fucking convinced. You know, Tenma may seem brilliant and wonderful and amazing, and everyone says all these things about him, but that means shit all because he has a split personality. And that is his number one theory. He says he's never wrong, and he's stuck to it. Now, this is a guy who would probably actually follow this. It makes sense. Like, he is a character that makes sense, but he annoys me. Because Lunge has never been wrong, so if this is his theory, it makes sense for him to latch onto it with both hands and not give up. Which is why he's enjoying it so much, because this is a complicated case for him. You know, it's bigger and more involved and in-depth than anything he's seen before, as well as more complicated. And for someone who's probably eased through every case and has figured out every situation, this is a big one for him. But it drives me crazy how he is so unbelievably blind to any other idea. The guy is a dick. Jesus, dude. Very good episode, though. The series is so random. No episodes string together. There's no, like, it's rare you get like an actual story arc, you know? like the next episode will be like Nina's in Paris, and it'll just be a random story. She meets Jean of Paris, and they go out for a dinner, and then Nina leaves Paris. Like that, it's just and it will somehow make sense, but it won't be tied to shit. Monster's so random. This anime is so random. We'll never see Johan again. Like, we'll see but at the end they'll be like, wait, well, why am that Johan guy? And it'll just cut to like Johan just sipping a Mai Tai on a beach. Well, that's where my reaction ends. I hope you all enjoyed it. Press that like button. Press that subscribe button. Have yourself an amazing freaking day. The Unblood reactions are, of course, on Patreon. And as always, my friends, you will see me in the next video.